Good evening, everyone. I want to do a video today on another website review. This time, JBox. My past videos, it may have seemed like I've been knocking them a lot as expensive and stuff like that, so I wanted to just do my review on them and kind of show what they excel at and what they're good at compared to some of the other websites. And I do use JBox quite a bit for other things, even though I don't use them for figures, because I do believe that they are expensive for figures, but for other things they're actually pretty good. And so I wanted to go and show some of what they are good at. So with that said, just do a search for JBox. Just like that, you'll pop up right here. They also have another website called JList. And that one has different content as well. More for your adults and stuff. So we are going to take a look at JBox, and immediately you're in with kind of these nice little banners and stuff like that, which is cool to look at. Tells you you know, kind of what's new, art books, stock for new magazines, things like that. If you scroll down, you got your best-selling items, top snacks, figures, cosplay products, new arrivals, everything that they've gotten right on the front page, which is really cool. So let's jump right into it. I've selected a few topics. You can go shop by category, you can do shop by series, newest, bestsellers, and sales specials. So here are your categories: books, magazines, figures, toys, calendars, games, doujin, snacks, apparel, and home. So I've selected, we can get rid of that, it's duplicate. So the visual novels, and they're games and anime. You got visual novels. So if you just scroll through this, you'll see different visual novels that they've got, about 4 pages of it. And we got a PS Vita game. Now, you'll notice that it's fairly cheap for this kind of stuff. $7.95, $14.99. This one $55, $39, $24. So these are actually pretty good prices, stuff like that. I don't know too much about visual novels, things like that. But I do know that you know, that's fairly competitive. When we went to Anime Expo, that's about what you could expect to pay there. So not a bad price. Anime and TV movies. So you've got Konosuba, second volume, 5 limited Blu-ray with bonus. That one's $90. And that's about average on many websites. Same thing, volume 1 limited Blu-ray with original. You know, it goes on Space Battleship, Yamato, $21.99, Blu-ray box, $380. Their selection of this kind of stuff is really, really big. They got snacks, so in different gums. So without having to go to Japan, you can actually order some various snacks or gum or whatever you want for relatively cheap, $5. Set of 3, Galactic Beloved Strawberry, $1.60. So you can actually order quite a big selection of snacks, gum, things like that you cannot from some of the other websites, or that they might not have a large selection of. A fettuccine gummy, ramune flavor, if anybody's ever tried that. And again, it just goes on, but it's like, you know, $5, $1.20, $3. So, you know, not too bad pricing as far as this goes. So I really like them for that. You got a bunch of stuff that you can find, magazines. And I don't believe that you can really find them at, website like this, because it's more for, figures, things like that, trading cards, stuff like that. You can find magazines, like this one they've got, and so does JList. And JS I think is $5 more, so they're actually not that much more expensive if you were to order from them off of here, and the selection is significantly larger. So I tend to actually use JList to order my magazines or anything that I might get that you cannot find in like a bookstore. So Barnes & Noble does not carry these kinds of magazines. Japanese magazines, Little Tokyo or like Mitsuo Market or stuff, they do, but they only get a few of these in, if any, and those are gone pretty quickly. So you can actually go to JList and find a very large selection of magazines to choose from, or snacks or whatever else, like I've said. So Dengeki G's magazine, that sells pretty good. September issue right there, so you can get, if you're lucky, you can get some back orders or whatever. These usually come with like various posters or goods or whatever in them. Whatever you might want, like for instance, that one there. I actually have got this one, and it comes with this one here, Jibril, from No Game No Life. It just comes with various posters or whatever. So you can get those. Speaking of No Game No Life. So yeah, I would recommend this website for that kind of stuff. Now, shipping, they have pretty standard stuff. As far as shipping goes, it's the same. So they offer EMS, they offer SAL, they offer a few others, but it's basically just all the same. Yeah, EMS, registered SAL. So EMS is your standard, like minimum $15, $20. SAL is usually like $6, depending on what you're getting. Tracking not available for SAL packages, shipping to Australia or Canada. They have a San Diego warehouse. So, which is nice for those of you who are living in the U.S. But they also have one in Japan. So you'll know which one is which, because obviously if it's shipping from San Diego, it won't be using EMS. It'll be using the United States Postal Service, which will obviously be a bit faster and cheaper. Because you're not paying for it to fly overseas, and just some other, usual stuff about customs, things like that, your duties, all that kind of stuff. Payment methods, they take PayPal and credit card or debit. So you can use either of those. You do earn points every time you purchase. And for every $1, you get 2 points, so it kind of breaks it down. Create an account, get 300 points. Oh, that explains why I have 408 points. It's your birthday, you get 300 points, sorry. Oh, I actually just missed this. And then you use your points, so here you go. These are the different rewards you can use. 500 points gets you $5 off, 1,000 gets you 10, 2,000 gets you 20. Not quite as cool as Ami or Hobby Search, which lets you use your points whenever you want, no matter how many you have. But still pretty cool. You're able to, use your points like that or whatever. Every time you can save, that's something. So not too bad. But, yeah, so I would, coming to the end here. I would say, as far as JList and JBox goes, they excel in ordering specific things, figures not being one of them, but little knickknacks and souvenir things and anime and movies, things like that. I would definitely say that they're up towards the top of the list for that kind of stuff, because there's almost nothing you cannot find on their website that is not going to be relatively cheap. In any magazine that's out in like Japan, you can probably find here. If you can't find it here, then probably doesn't exist. That's at least what I've noticed, because they've got a huge selection. So anyways, let's get to rating real quick. So when you're going to the site, you're presented with nice little thing. I like this. This is, as anybody knows, I knocked Ami down a little bit because they didn't have this. I love this this search. You can narrow it down to specific things. So I love that. The banners is nice. The presented, it's not overwhelming for the eyes to look at. It's not confusing or anything like that. It's just kind of like, it's a nice layout. So I would give them a 10 as far as their layout goes and stuff like that. Their shipping and their how fast they ship, prices, things like that, it's pretty standard. Give it a 10 just because it is standard. I've used other websites and it's all basically the same. They ship fast, usually within a day or two. So you're not waiting forever for them to ship, and it gets to your door promptly. So yeah, as far as accepting other payment methods, give them, a 10. They do accept PayPal, which is a massive one. They do accept, credit card or whatever. And their point system, they do have a point system, which is pretty cool. It's not as good as the other websites, but it is pretty cool. Overall, I would say I'd give them like a 10 for it. I think that's about it. So next, I want to do a review, my next web review, whether I do it today or next week. We're going to actually do it on a website where you can acquire second-hand items from Japan. So if you're interested in finding something that's been eluding you for a very long time, and you cannot find it anywhere, and you can't use Yahoo Auction Japan because many times they don't ship internationally, strictly domestic, so you got to pay deputy services and things like that. Well, this website allows you to do all that without the use of a deputy service, and they have a massive selection of things. So we'll take a look at them. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed this review of JBox. If you're looking for more adult stuff or whatever, go to JList. Other than that, if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if there's anything that you want to see, and I'll get to work on it if I'm able to do it. Other than that, everybody, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.